Are you tired of feeling invisible in your own relationship? Like, no matter what you do, the affection just isn't there anymore? You're not alone, and you don't have to beg for love to feel loved again. In fact, please don't ever beg for love. If you're craving emotional connection again, this video is for you. Hi, gorgeous. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Mireille Nicole, and I'm the creator of the Happily Ever After method, and I'm all about helping you tackle the tough stuff in love with grace and wisdom. I also post videos about non-toxic living and healthy eating, so if you're into that kind of stuff, I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about how to feel love again without begging for attention and how to make your partner crave you again. It can definitely happen. I actually experienced it myself. In years 3 to 6 of dating my husband, I started to feel less love from him. And my first instinct was to try to chase him, try to get us in therapy and put all my attention on the relationship, only to get less and less in return. Before I dive into how I flip this around, make sure to download my free relationship success checklist for women. It's packed with real strategies to rebuild intimacy and emotional connection. You can find the link below in the description. Now, here's the truth. Feeling unloved doesn't always mean your partner stopped loving you. I know there was a time where I felt major anxiety about that. It often means the expression of love has disappeared, and that happens when couples drift into emotional autopilot, right? So you go from passion to routine, from connection to just coexisting and basically becoming roommates. You also go from informed optimism in the beginning of the relationship to informed pessimism, or even the valley of despair. So these are different milestones in the emotional stages of change. I did a whole separate video on this topic, and I'll link to it up here so you can watch it next. And sometimes when we start feeling neglected or unseen, our natural instinct is to cling, to question, maybe even to complain or shut down. I was definitely guilty of all of that when we went through our rough patch as a couple. But none of these paths, I can tell you from experience, actually bring the love back. They actually push it further away. Begging for love directly or indirectly kills attraction. Whether you're constantly asking, do you still love me? Or why don't you love me? Or trying to please your partner to the point of exhaustion, doing things that you think he likes when in fact that's not what he needs at all, and it's just draining you in the process. Or maybe you bottle everything up until it explodes in tears, or you're pushing for therapy. And although I agree that can be a very effective approach if you both agree, but all of these things don't necessarily draw love in. It can, in most cases, and in most cases it repels it, because love does not respond to pressure or anxiety. Love responds to confidence and magnetic energy. It responds to who you're being. Over time, what happens is you stop being the person you were at the beginning of the relationship. And to some extent, that's inevitable, because as a couple, you grow and you evolve together, for better or for worse in some cases. But when you go as far as to lose yourself in the relationship, that just benefits no one. You're no longer the person your partner fell in love with, and that will impact your dynamic as a couple. So how do you feel love again without chasing it? Especially, you become what I like to call the better offer, which is essentially the best version of yourself. Because think about it. In the beginning of your relationship, you probably put your best foot forward, right? Don't we all? We try to make a good impression. But then once the honeymoon phase ends, we often forget to keep showing up this way. Obviously, there's day-to-day life that gets in the way. And I don't mean that you're expected to be perfect all the time or in a good mood all the time, because I sure am not. But I'm sure your man fell in love with your unique quirks and your adorable flaws. So you don't have to be perfect. It's about coming back to your true self. When you're the better offer, the real you, he'll naturally want to redirect his attention towards you and give you affection like he did during the courtship. So here are 3 ways that you can do this. Number 1, love yourself. And I know it's cliche. Don't click away or just close the video just now, hear me out here, because if you want to feel love again, you have to give yourself love. Like attracts like, love attracts love. You're probably so focused on the lack of attention from your partner that you're ignoring your own needs, and you're just waiting or even begging him for him to fulfill those needs, when the real solution is to fill your own cup. And I don't just mean a glass of wine and a bubble bath. You can do that. That's more of a treat. I mean taking care of yourself spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, physically, nutritionally, at a deeper level. You show yourself love when you exercise because your body needs to move. You show yourself love by feeding yourself healthy food because that's what you need to function properly, physically, and even emotionally. You show love to yourself by learning new things and keeping your brain sharp. You show love to yourself by having a higher purpose and a mission in life and actually pursuing it. You show love to yourself by giving yourself grace and forgiveness when your emotions get the best of you, because it happens to all of us. Honestly, not to sound egotistical or narcissistic, but I think the person who should love you the most is you. Give yourself the affection and attention you need, and it will follow from others, unless you're actually being egotistical and narcissistic. But I know you're smart and you can tell the difference. That's a whole other video. Number 2, reconnect with your fun and playful side. You were radiant when you first met your partner or your husband. You were joyful, you were probably lighthearted, you were probably playful. That version of you, the one who felt alive, is still there. It just got left behind somewhere, but you can get her back. And men crave and they're drawn to fun. So I really want you to ask yourself, am I fun to be around? Practicing self-reflection helps develop your self-awareness. And when you can be highly self-aware in your relationship, and that's not easy, you become super magnetic. So do things that reignite that spark and bring fun back to the relationship, not just for him, but for you. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe you have kids or a demanding job or have super busy lives in general, but it can be as simple as just smiling when he's around, being positive and excited about simple, mundane things. A gentle touch, maybe some eye contact, just being very intentional about those things. When you're fun to be around, you're the better offer compared to video games or his phone or even his addictions. That shift alone changes your energy and he'll feel that. Number 3, appreciation without expectation. That part is so important. Recognize what's right, what's good, what you like about him without waiting for something in return. Hey, I noticed you fixed the garage. Thank you, right? You're just saying that. There's no agenda, just honest appreciation and admiration. Make sure that it's genuine, of course, but that's what's going to soften the emotional walls he might have built up, right? He'll feel the love and he'll want to express love in return. Might not happen overnight, but just stick with it. I remember when my husband would show appreciation for little things, and at first I thought it was actually weird. He would thank me for cooking dinner, and in my head I was like, well, isn't that a normal thing? Like, isn't that expected? I do it all the time. He would then encourage even the kids to say it too. And the more it happened, and then when I realized, what was happening or what he was doing, the more love I felt. And it goes the other way around too. Think of your relationship like a room. Are you bringing warmth or cold to the room? And actually, another way I like to say it is be the thermostat in your relationship. So resetting love starts with resetting the tone. So create that emotional safety again, not with your words, but with your presence. Okay, well, words are also important. I should say both, right? It's about staying calm, consistent, and curious. And if you want affection in return, build that atmosphere, right? Make sure the temperature is right in the room. Like, will he respond immediately? Maybe not, like I said, right? It might not happen over time, depending on how long these things have been going on in the relationship. But if you stay in your feminine emotional power, so soft, self-assured, radiant, like I said, right? You shift the dynamic regardless. You're not doing this to manipulate him. You're doing it to reconnect with the woman who knows she deserves love and attention and affection and inspires it. And by the way, you're not weak for wanting to feel loved. It's a basic human desire, and you don't need to ask for it to get it. You become become the kind of energy that love naturally flows toward. This isn't about pretending or faking it. It's about remembering who you are before the disappointment, before the resentment you felt, before the silence, and before the distance. You're not invisible. You're not unlovable. You are the spark, and it's time to light that fire again. I'd love to hear from you. What part of this message hit home for you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if this resonated with you, like this video, subscribe for more tools and truths to transform your relationship. And please share it with a woman who needs to hear this today. And don't forget, download your free relationship success checklist below. Thanks so much for watching. Now check this video out next.